Hi everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We are in game, and what is this little surprise icon above the glowing portal in the middle of the week out of nowhere? What is going on? Yeah, we have an extra legendary event. It's live in game right now. Completely out of the blue, Plarium are just boom. They're pulling out all the stops. They are going all out right now with just cool update after cool update, cool event after cool event. How does an extra legendary event work? Very simple. If you summon a legendary champion, now this is only from ancient shards in this particular event, so only ancients, don't use your other shards. But if you get a legendary champion, you simply get a different extra one for free, completely free. It's a bonus. So yeah, it's super good. My advice, should you pull for this, is pretty simple. It really depends, and something that you should be doing is you should always be tracking your mercy system. Okay, so for example, from ancient shards, after 200 summons without a legendary, you start to get 5% increased chance per shard. So you are guaranteed a legendary champion by your 220th pull of a blue shard if you haven't got one, right? That's how your mercy system works. And basically, if you can get into mercy system during this and you can guarantee that you will pull a legendary, then it pretty much, yes, is worth it to pull during this event to get the 2 legendaries, right? For example, during a 2 times event, it doubles your chance to pull a legendary from an ancient shard to 1%. So in other words, you get 1 legendary out of 100 ancient shards in a 2 times event is the sort of the rough amount. So yeah, if you are close to this, if you can pull 100 shards and get up to 220 summons, then you're going to get 2 legendaries out of 100 shards. That's twice as good as the 2 times event, so that's really, really good. So yeah, this is really dependent on your mercy system. If you are nowhere near your mercy system, so for example, for me, unfortunately, I was baited. I pulled 150 during the Archbishop Pinthroy event. I got no legendary apart from Pinthroy, which doesn't reset mercy. So I was at like 150 on my mercy counter, but then I pulled a bunch of shards at the weekend. I was baited by my birthday, and we got a legendary. So my mercy system is back to 0. Is it worth it for me to pull here? No, unfortunately not. It's not a good idea to waste my shards here. I should save them up for a guaranteed legendary event or another 2 times event, something like that. But yeah, if you can hit mercy, it is worth it. Now, what other shard events do we know are coming? I mean, there could always be more surprises, but I would say that if they stick to the same schedule, we know that we have a fragment event starting later this week on the 25th for Nori the Lucky. He's going to be a new dwarf legendary. Should be added to the game in the next couple of days, alongside a bunch of cool updates. You can check the channel out to hear more about those. But we should have a summon rush, so a 10 times event this weekend. And he's a fragment collector champion, right? So you need to collect 100 bits of his fragments. You see, for example, with Elagaius, I only ever got up to 90. That was from like anniversary events in the past and stuff. That's where I got a lot of those. But there's going to be a summon rush this weekend, and then there should be a 2 times for sacred shards the following weekend, and you may need to get fragments from both of those events. That's not 100% certain. Oftentimes with these fragment summons, you can skip some events. That's often what you're able to do. And obviously skipping shard events would be the best one. So skipping the summon rush would be your best value. But it's hard to know. Until we actually see those events, we don't know. So for example, with the summon rush coming this weekend, you might get away with 0 sacred, 0 shards needed. You might be able to skip it entirely. If we're lucky, we don't need the fragments, then that's great. It might cost really as little as 2 sacred shards. If they've got fragments at like 1,000 points, that might be enough. It might cost as much as 5 sacred shards, though. You might need to go up to about 2,500 points to get the fragments. So yeah, we really don't know. We really don't know. But that's just something to bear in mind. Obviously, you're probably not going to be pulling your sacreds now because they're not part of this extra legendary event. But just so you are aware of the stuff that's going to be coming up in the near future. There's always, of course, the possibility of a guaranteed champion. And by the way, my bet for the next guaranteed champion, either it's going to be a new champion that might be added in this week's patch if they're going to add new champions alongside Nari the Lucky. Otherwise, yeah, it could be a new champion. If it was an existing one, my bet for the next one would be they might do one on Beauregard, would be my best bet. Because he is new and he's cool. He's still unique and providing increased resistance. So they might do a 15 sacreds for him at some point. That'd be my guess. But that's just a guess. It could be anything, really. So there you go, guys. Anyway, let me know how your pulls go. I hope that you have good luck and you have good fun. It's super fun if you do hit that double legendary. You can obviously check out, I did a video recently and I got an amazing pull out of these extra legendary events. So yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.